All right, then I would like to welcome you all to this free writing session, Free Writing Fridays, and introduce to you our guest speaker, Karen Dietz. And Karen is the author of Business Storytelling for Dummies. She's a PhD, and she has a PhD in something I find completely fascinating, which is folklore. Karen is going to talk with us in the theoretical part of this session, and she will also stay on through the free writing and may have a few minutes for Q&A afterwards. So the reason I invited Karen to be our first guest speaker in the expanded format is because she inspired me to create this combination of free writing and focusing on a particular story. So I literally went through her book and looked at how she defined the stories, like the origin story or the overcoming barriers story. And I read those definitions and I thought, okay, how can I apply that and use that and create some sort of exercise out of it that fits with this format?
So a future story, sometimes it's also called a vision story. It's actually a story you tell that you can share with people about your vision that they can repeat, because vision statements, they're hard to remember and repeat. So the story is actually how you communicate your vision and how you're sharing with people how it's happening, right? The steps you're taking and what you're doing specifically, and the difference that you want to see. So I started to ask myself, well, the future story about what? Because I go, oh, maybe what people need, and I have found this to be helpful, what people need is sort of a point of view to get them started. Right? Now, how the future story evolves once you get started, that happens, right? Or maybe that point of view is really the best way for you to express your future story.
So I have a question. Is this story expected to be short? Or does it have a limitation of how long it should be
I love that question, Shioma. So here's my take on it. It's that stories are elastic. And we can expand them and contract them as needed. And it really depends on your audience that you're in front of and the situation you find yourself in. You may have a total 10-minute story that's your future story. And there may be times when you need to bring that down to a 1, 2, or 3-minute story. But once you have the 10-minute story, then you can easily bring that down, right, to a shorter story.
Thank you, Karen, very, very much for coming and sharing your wisdom and your thoughts.
My pleasure. And I did put my email address in the chat box. So
great.
If you want to connect with me, then feel free to do so. I know Noel and I were going to connect because we wanted more time, right? And so I missed part of her story and I want to make sure I hear that. So
excellent. Probably on LinkedIn as well too, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Excellent. So, great. And you're welcome to stop by any Friday at the same time.
Thank you.
And thank you for your help and your inspiration.
Oh, my pleasure. And thank you. I feel very well fed from everybody who's here. And thank you all for how you've contributed to my life today. It's like, it's Friday. I'm excited.
It's inspired, right? Inspiring, the one word. Okay. See you guys next week. Hope to.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.